Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's been a while, hasn't it? We are back, though. We are back. There's none of this international bollocks now till March. Yay!
Excellent. It
Get
is.
it. That's like an early Christmas present for us all. England qualified, Scotland qualified in dramatic ways. I mean, that were an actual game and a half, to be fair. But we're here for the main stuff. We're here because the Clarets are back. It's an early kickoff. Now, the way I look at this is just like everybody else. If you're a betting man or woman or whatever you are these days, then
Cool.
just accept the fact that the early kickoff is one of those things that on a football bet you do not touch, right? So there's going to be thousands of people that go, "Oh, Chelsea with Burnley, tick. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea." What did Mahatma Gandhi say? The great wise words of Mahatma Gandhi was, "Never back the early kickoff." That's how it always has been. It always has been. Burnley's going to let everybody down by beating Chelsea. It's plain and simple, and I know this because Dan Milner's going to give us a prediction tonight. Um, but no, it's good to be back. Like I said, get your comments in. Let us know how you think the game's going to go. Also, your score predictions, any surprise additions, any surprise news that you've been sort of affected by or anything. But yeah, it's good to have Joey and Dan back. How are you both doing? I'll start with you, Joey. How's things?
Too bad. Can't complain too much. Different surroundings tonight. I'm on location. On
Living
location.
the dream.
That's
Living
the
the
one.
dream, as we like to call it.
Touring Northern Ireland.
And speaking of touring, we were just talking about his tour being over. But Dan, how are you?
All right, boys. All good. Well, I'll be even better when Saturday comes, but there you go. At least we're back. At least we're
Saturday,
back.
12 o'clock, maybe. Saturday, 3 o'clock. Knowing you've got that slog back down to Cornwall. or Devon, sorry.
I don't know. It'd be enjoyable going back down when we've beaten one it. So.
Oh, it's always better. Always better. Got Scott in the chat as well. Evening to yourself. He says, I see a potential draw happening 2-2 maybe. Hopefully I'm wrong and Burnley get the result downwards. Appreciate that, Scott. Scott's a Leicester fan. I've just been on a Leicester channel talking about predictions. But I appreciate that, Scott. Like I say, and good luck to you guys this weekend at home to Stoke. But yeah, it is Chelsea. Again, it's one of those games where you don't know what Chelsea you're going to get. Don't know what happened there. My cameras went funny. But it's been doing this tonight. We're doing it on the other channel as well. It went a bit dodgy. So I'm hoping it's going to be all right. But Dan, we'll come to you first. What have you made for what have you seen of Chelsea this year that makes you think we could potentially put them to bed this weekend?
Truthful answer, absolutely nothing. No, look, come on. I mean, they've lost one in the last. When you're looking at the last 5-6 games, okay, they had that random one defeat, but we do not have a good history against Chelsea at all. And they are, I believe, the strongest they've been in the last few years in the Premier League. I think they're certainly capable of hitting that top 2, which they've not really, looked like that. Certainly not at this stage. They might have a good start sometimes, but they got a very good team. They've spent more money than you can possibly imagine, and they've got a fantastic coach. So honestly, boys, I don't know. To me, it's more about us putting them off anything they do rather than looking at what they do that we could maybe make a difference with, if that makes sense.
Does sound enough. I mean, Joey, do you think we've got enough about us to, being the home side, actually get something out of this game? I'm essentially basically going in asking the hard hitting questions I'd usually ask at the end straight off. But do you think that we actually do have enough about us to, having that international break? It's potentially come at a good time when we were, going 1-0 up and chucking games away. Have we had enough time to now regroup and hopefully a bit of fire in the bellies going into this one?
From that perspective, yeah, hopefully it's good. It can only be good, can't it?
It
What could
can.
we do? Hannibal is the man. Telling you, he's the man for Saturday, is Hannibal. They've got a terrible discipline record of Chelsea. Hannibal could be the man, get him on winding a couple of players up.
I hope.
For advantage. And he had a fantastic game against Brazil, so I believe. I didn't watch it, but I did read reports afterwards.
No, 100%.
But,
I don't know what's going on, to be fair. I think I might be behind with the audio or something. I don't know why it's gone funny or being an absolute twonk. Because it was fine while we were off camera, and now all of a sudden it's being shit.
Typical, isn't it? As soon as you want to do anything, no, well, not like you do it now.
It's a pain in the arse, mate. Chris is in the chat on the Leicester chances. It's a Burnley massive. As your computer device caught the Leicester virus? Probably. Very much likely. Very much likely. But Scott asked there, Dan. Funnily enough, Scott asks for your thoughts on Scott, the Burnley manager.
I think we reserve judgment a little bit, but I'm happier with him than I was under Company at this stage in the last Premier League debacle that we tried. I don't know many people that are genuinely happy with their manager from top to bottom. I mean, even Arsenal fans have a moan. But I'm more than happy with him for now. Yeah, I think he's doing what we need to do. He's keeping us as tight as he can, and I also was pleased to see some anger and a bit of passion and upset after the West Ham debacle. So yeah, I'm quite happy with him.
And Joey, your thoughts on Scott Parker? I mean, the Leicester fans are in, and they were laughing at us for amongst other teams, for taking a punt on someone like Scott Parker. But he's already broken Vincent Kompany's record for not being the shittest manager in the Prem to manage Burnley Football Club. Give us your thoughts on Scott Parker and what you've made of him, especially this year in his first Premier League season.
I echo pretty much what Dan said there. And I've seen he's willing to adapt and wanting to adapt as well, so got to continue with him.
Yeah, we're not a hire and fire sort of club, are we?
No, definitely.
That's the one thing.
I think should we even get relegated this season, I'd expect to see him in charge next season, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd expect him to. Well, it's a bit of a tough one because there's no game to sort of fall back on, and say, what can we learn from that last game? I mean,
let's not play back five. Let's get that one out there. Scott, if you're watching, we know you watch, Scott, so come on. Let's stick with back four.
It's got to be done, hasn't it, Dan? Back four all the way.
We've discussed this a couple of times, lads. I mean, on the one hand, yes. But on the one hand, I did say previously that when we played a back five against Liverpool, and we literally played then a middle five, and we literally just, put 10 men behind the ball, it worked. It worked for huge parts of the time. Whether, that will work again with Chelsea, who knows? So if he's willing to literally go out there and do a person that won't be mentioned who now manages Everton and literally just frustrate the hell out of them and try and nick something at the end, happy days. I'll sit and watch the most boring football ever if that's what we have to do. But in reality, no, four back four's far better for us than a five. Absolutely.
Joey, is this a free hit?
Yes, definitely. Nobody expects us to get anything. I mean, we don't expect to get anything, do we? Let's be honest.
No, true.
If I'd love to be optimistic, I would. I mean, to whoever it said two apiece, I'd take that all day long. I'll take that now. Give me two apiece. Yeah. Let's not even play a game. Put some rerun on. I don't care. We'll have it.
I mean, Scott says there, Dan, would a back three be a possibility, or do we not have the players to do it? I think we have done it once this year. I can't remember it was against But essentially, when we play the back five,
It's the three.
it serves as a
Yeah.
three after us trying to go forward, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this is what we've been saying previously, Scott. 26-10 blanks. But it's a good question, Scott. And what's been happening is when we play five, we end up with our two full-backs right up the pitch playing us, and no cover to the back three. And our back three, I think possibly, yes, I think we've just got the wrong personnel. But at the same time, we've never played it. And I think that's shown every time we've played. And we've ended up with this three at the back. They're just getting in each other's way. And I'm sure you haven't watched us because, I'd be watching Leicester, not Burnley if I was a Leicester fan. But, we played a midfielder as one of the back three centre halves. I mean, it doesn't exactly equate. So no, I don't think back three is a possibility. It just won't work at the minute.
No, I mean, Scott Parker said he's ready for Chelsea's challenge. It's, Joey, you said it's a free hit, and in a way, are you already looking to the Brentford game? Because the games coming up after Chelsea really are the ones where it's teams in and around us, mid-table, all the points to play for, isn't it?
That's it. They're the ones that not that you're not looking forward to the Chelsea game and not looking towards it as a player and stuff, but they are the ones where you're expecting and wanting to get points. Like I say, the Chelsea game, it's a free hit. Not that we might not get points, but sitting back, like you mentioned against the Liverpool game, Dan, if we were to do that against Chelsea, we've not got the pace to turn them around. Like, there's a difference in pace between Chelsea and Liverpool, and I don't think sitting back is going to work, to be honest with you. Maybe for spells, but not for long periods of the game.
Yeah, Dan Parker's come out and said after the 2-week international break that he's challenged his players to bounce back after that 3-2 defeat at West Ham. He says, we know we fell short last time out. We lost a bit of control and composure when it mattered. That's on us, and it's something that we can put right. We have to focus at all times, be composed in key moments, show resilience when we're tested, and the mindset to respond. That's what defines good teams, and that's what we're working towards. He also added, the finer details of our game need to improve, but I've seen a massive improvement in terms of the way we're developing as a team. Of course, there'll be bumps along the way, but we'll keep nudging away. Also said about Chelsea as well that, they're sitting third in the table. It's not somebody that we can sweep aside, but every game is there to be won. He says Chelsea are a top team. They've got world-class footballers, an outstanding coach. They're well-structured, and they've got huge quality. But we feel that we're in a strong position. I mean, I get what he's saying. I suppose it is media talk in that sense that he's got to harp everybody up. But surely at Turf Moor, we fancy anybody on our day.
Definitely. Got to get a turf rocking.
Yeah, it comes back to the giant killer again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Chelsea are susceptible to that. They have been over the years. They'll come. I mean, if you look at the stats, they're just going to come and wipe us away on Saturday. I mean, we don't beat them at home. We don't draw against them at home particularly. But it is the sort of game that they've shown this year at times that they might just come thinking, it's just going to be easy, and we could surprise them. And certainly, if we can cut out some of the stupid mistakes and we can do something shocking like get an early goal, then why shouldn't we believe? That's the thing.
No, definitely. As Scott says in the chat there as well, no problem, Scott. Like I say, willing to answer any question put in. Like I say, it's nice to see fans of other teams coming in. Really do appreciate it that people, give up their time to watch. So yeah, if people could smash the like button, smash it, punch it, can throw it, do what you want with it. Just make sure you hit it. And yeah, show the channel some support. Really do appreciate it. It all massively helps to helping this channel grow, and that's essentially what we're trying to do. That said, we've said about dropping the back five. Let's hope that that's not the case. But we've got a couple of ex-players, in the squad. I mean, let's start with Brozier. obviously he's not really been fit. It's only in that West Ham game where he actually showed potential of a little bit of maybe we're starting to see a little bit of a player. And then he went and got himself crocked on international duty, didn't he? But apparently it's not as bad as first feared. Although the scenes made it look like it was career ending, even though he tackled himself. But I suppose it's quite daunting, isn't it, Joey, when you've had so many injuries in your short career so far. You know, as a Burnley fan, you're a little bit frustrated that 20 million's been spent on a signing that's essentially not doing what he's been paid to do.
Not even doing a tenth of it, is it? Yeah, let's not start with Broja. How about that one? Let's not start from at all. But
yeah, no, it's true though. That's true. That's true.
I mean, what's been said about his potential and that, and there is a player in there from those who know him, then 20 million seems a bargain. But from what we've seen since we've spent that 20 million, it's not a bargain at all. It's quite a hefty price to pay. So, yeah, I don't know what crack is we in, to be honest with you.
No, either way, I think Chelsea didn't sell him for 20 million because that's what they valued him at. That's just how much it's cost in terms of treatment and
Is
work that he's had.
Wow, compensation, that.
No disrespect, Armando. If you do come across this, we love you and we want you to do well. You know, while you're wearing claret and blue, we back you to the high heavens, of course.
100%.
One claret that is massively performing, though, Dan.
Yeah.
Big Les.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he'll get a start. Scott said in his presser today that he doesn't bring emotion into it. He doesn't care whether they're ex-Chelsea, current Chelsea, loan from Chelsea. He doesn't care. He'll put the best 11 out. So I'd expect to see him, and I often think, why not? It's a good idea, isn't it, to play these lads? I'm going to go back to Broja really quickly, boys. I know you don't want to, and I was the first person this week. I was the first person this week to almost, don't know whether I want to admit it live, but I was like, oh, that's Andy. He's got himself injured, means we can stop, going on about him all the time. But from what I'm reading this week, for a start off, we haven't paid 20 million. We've paid 5 million, and it's only if he actually manages to do so many appearances, so many goals, so many whatever, that will ever pay anywhere near 20 million. That's come from a really good source. So if that's the case, do you know what? Fantastic business.
We're safe on appearances then.
Yeah, I mean, 5 million to try, isn't it? That's nowadays, that's pennies. I thought it was interesting what Scott said today about him. He knew what he was buying. He knew that he was getting a player that wasn't going to be fit, that had no pre-season in, that wasn't going to be ready for a long time, but feels that he was just getting more up together. And that is what we saw against West Ham. He seemed a bit quicker. He seemed a bit more like he might want it. And so I'm going to try and give him the benefit of the doubt and say, look, he's come back. He's been on the grass the last 2 days, possibly still able to be selected Saturday. I'd be sticking him on for the last 15 against Chelsea for him to turn his fingers up and go, there you go, stuff you. Because he had a torrid time at Chelsea, out for loan, injured, out for loan, not looked after. Pre-season with 6 other players because they do this separating players in the Chelsea squad thing going on. So yeah, I think Big Les and Armando, I think, could actually, have quite an impact on Saturday. Hopefully.
Oh, it'd be good if they could. We mentioned last week players like Florentino going under the radar as well. Same like Josh Cullen. I'll go back to that West Ham game. We said, didn't we, that I can't believe some of the substitutions that had happened. Do you think Parker's going to have learned from that lesson? Because, like I say, we swapped a left back for a left. It was a training exam. It basically looked like a training program for some of the players that came on that we've not really seen kick a ball. Do you think, Joey, looking at this one, there's going to be lessons learned? Can you see that there's going to be some sort of change to the way we actually play on Saturday?
Not necessarily a change to how we play. There'll be lessons learned in how we deal with the game during it. Should we go behind? Should we go in front? I'd imagine. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fairly normal, play our normal game when we're given the opportunity. And I do think we will get the opportunity. Chelsea will give us time on the ball. We are going to get some time on the ball. This passing side to side, it's not going to work against them. And they probably know that. So that's why they'll give us time on the ball. But if we can use the ball effectively, there's no reason why we can't get balls in behind them. Get Hartman and get Walker putting balls in over the top for Fleming, hopefully, to run onto.
No, why not? Why not? I mean, again, another player there, Zian Fleming. How do you think he's going to fare against, Chelsea's defence, Dan?
Well, let's bring Millwall into it, because I think being an ex-Millwall, I think he's going to be a bit fired up. I also, I don't know whether you boys have had a chance yet to see the latest edition on X today of the 2-week release thing. I never remember the name of that we do now.
Well, keeping the
faith.
Keeping the faith, that's the baby. Zian's gone and bought his Christmas tree. There's a bit of rumour for you. It's not rumour, it's true, it's fact. He's already got his Christmas tree up 4 days after the West Ham game, so good luck to him for that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but he was genuinely gutted, and I'm hoping that a few of those lads were really angry after West Ham. And I think, Zian is that sort of player that's going to come out on Saturday and he's going to want to put that right. He wasn't at fault for West Ham at all. We know that. It couldn't have been any less his fault, West Ham. But maybe he's going to come out and be a bit more fired up and a bit more like, that ain't happening again, boys. We've had enough. So, yeah, I think Zian could have... we do have these things going for us, boys. We do... I'm trying to be positive.
Listen, 20 minutes ago, you give us no hope at all. Now you're talking about being positive. We're getting there.
I mean, Joey, Chelsea are a mixed bag away from home. I mean, they narrowly beat Spurs 1-0 at the beginning of November. Before that, they only just beat Wolves away 4-3. So, they can concede goals. It's there to be seen. It's just about whether Burnley can be clinical on the day, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the big thing in the Premier League, isn't it? If you're not, if you're not clinical, you're not going to win games. Simple as that. And the other team tend to be clinical, so it goes without saying they're going to have to be clinical. But like Florentino, you say he goes under the radar. How many passes did you say it were? Were it something like 18, something like that? Or even more than that in West Ham game?
Yeah.
He'll be pivotal, definitely. And Cullen as well.
Definitely. I mean, we could go as high as 14th. I know that sounds silly. We're talking about if we get a win, but it's the early kickoff. We can go up to 14th before, any other team kicks a ball. You would take that, wouldn't you, in the run up to Christmas? Surely, Dan.
I'd take where we are now, boys. I'd take going into January. If we can go into January, 4th from bottom, I would be absolutely over the moon. I'm not being negative. I just think if we can stay out of that bottom 3, obviously for as long as possible, that's what it comes down to. And the free hit thing's very true again this weekend. When you look at what the other guys have got, Wolves, Leeds United, if you look at even Fulham, Newcastle, and West Ham, if you look at who they're playing the next couple of weeks, they've got equally as tough games. West Ham away to Bournemouth. I don't see West Ham getting a third win on the trot somehow. I'd be very surprised. Fulham, Sunderland, Liverpool, of course, at home to Forest. Leeds United have got Villa. I mean, okay, they're at home, but Villa have certainly turned that corner, could do a job on Leeds. Wolves, Palace, so hopefully Wolves will forget their sudden, resurgence. And then Newcastle, Man City. So, this weekend is a free hit. If we get a point, the difference that 1 point could make with who the other teams around us are playing is huge. It's mad. That's the Premier League for you.
It is.
Yeah.
It massively
have you
is.
seen Brentford's form recently? They're ones to watch for being dragged into things, Brentford.
Yeah.
Not really.
The thing is with Brentford, though, they seem to get the odd result here and there under Keith Andrews. It's like 1 week they'll play for him, the week after it's like they're playing for themselves. It's a bit so mismatched. Joey, I'll come to you. Your expected starting 11 come Saturday.
11? Goodness. Obviously, we're not goalkeeper, don't we? We'll go with 4 at the back. Hartman.
Let's call it. Let's call it then, Joey. If you're starting 11, I'll ask Danny's starting 11. What would your starting 11 be if you were manager now? You're coming up against Chelsea. What sort of players would you pick to try and counteract what Chelsea have been doing this year? What's your starting 11?
It's a tough one. So, yeah, Hartman, Esteve, the other centre back there, I can't think of his name now. You put me under pressure. Kyle Walker.
There's 2 Nzebe.
That's the one. Yeah, and then in midfield, no, we can't play 4-4-2, can we? We'll have to go 4-5-1.
Joey, you can play how you want. It's you who's choosing, Mush.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'd rather have 5 midfielders against Chelsea, to be honest with you. So I'll have Florentino, Cullen. I'm going to have Josh Laurent.
Marker Hard. James O'Connor.
Ted McMinn.
Yes. Yeah, and David Ayres, and watch them switch sides and just completely flummox fullbacks them like days. We'll have Fleming up top, obviously.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, man.
Have Hannibal on bench. As much as I want to be honorary member of his club, if you're watching, we're going to have to start him on bench. And Dan Milner keeps slagging him off, by the way, off screen.
Dad, you're starting 11. Who are you saying if you were to pick?
Now, this is going to look like I'm saying it because of what Joey's just said, but I'd make 2 changes. I'd drop Anthony and I would bring in Hannibal. Actually, not 2 changes. I'd probably leave Chuana to start. So I'd go with the back 4 as usual and the middle 3 as usual. But I would love to see Hannibal and Chuana. But interestingly enough, in the week, I was reading that Parker was saying he's deliberately changed Anthony's role. And he's told Anthony not to go out wide. That's Parker's tactics. So we've all been slagging Anthony off, but it's Anthony that's been told by Parker, don't go wide, come inside. So that would mean a change of tactics. And I don't know whether Parker's going to necessarily do that. But to me, that's where we've been lacking. We need 2 players who are going to run and attack players on those wings. That's what we've always been good at. And if Chuana doesn't do it, we've got, Edwards can come into that position. Do you know what I mean? We've got people can move in and out of those roles. But yeah, for me, I would do 4-5-1, but I would be pushing Hannibal and Chuana out wide and up front so that it's almost a 4-3-3, 4-5-1 type thing.
Why not? There you have it. He might not have given us a scoreline, but I've managed to get him to predict something. Go on, Joey.
Just that what you said about Parker saying that about Anthony, it's his instructions. Do you think maybe he might realise the error and say, well, you know what, that's not working for you. I can see it's not working, so let's go back to what you were doing and go back out wide.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it was, I think it was a Burnley Express article, and I just fell on it by accident. So it is direct from Parker himself saying that he
could have been taken on the screen.
Well, he understands that that Anthony's, he's off form. He's readily admitted that.
He
He's
may
not
get
had...
dropped, though, after Sky Sports' recent admissions, asking him if, Scott Parker is the best dressed at Burnley, and he put slightly disagree, so he could potentially be dropped. Could be dropped.
Just
There could be a bit of bad blood now.
I saw that, but it's interesting, isn't it? Maybe in a way, Scott talking about it and admitting publicly that Anthony's been a bit off form and that, he's been asked to play a different role this season. Maybe Parker's thinking, hopefully, maybe that's where we've lost a bit of sparkle, because we have. Every time Anthony gets the ball, he's either lost it or he's come inside with it. I mean, it's been bonkers. So now we know it's not Jayden in a way.
And his goals have dried up too. Or maybe we're just getting a bit greedy with his goals.
That's right. 4 goals in the first 5-6 games, and nothing since, and just been absolutely dreadful. So yeah, interesting.
It is. Speaking of interesting, I've got a little game. I'm gonna hit listen out to see who says it first. So I'm gonna see who says it first. So basically, I've come up with some images of players that have both played for Burnley and Chelsea, and you've essentially got to tell me from the anagram sort of thing, with anagram via pictures, not back to words, letters, shit like that. But we'll see who gets the most. But I've put 5. By the way, no, I didn't do Ugachukwu or Brozier. Could you imagine trying to find pictures how to break down the words Ugachukwu? Jesus Christ. It'd become borderline something else, and I'm just, I couldn't do it. So we'll start off.
Of course, that's great.
What I believe is quite an easy one, and I'll try and see who I hear shout it out first. So 3, 2, 1.
Ian Matson.
He's got it. 1-0 Joey. 1-0 Joey. It is Ian Matson. Fair play. Next up, again, I actually thought that this signing for me at the time was one that was ahead of us, really, in terms of where we're at in his career. But yeah, try and see if you can get this one.
John Ali.
Hey, 2-0 Joey. Dan Miller's having a fucking mare. He's having a mare. You know what? Fair play, Joey. Fair play. Right, there's 3 more. Next up. Come on, Dan. You can get back into this.
You got it, Dan?
Not a clue, mate. I'm
Gary Cahill. Come on.
Oh my God.
Correct, Joey.
See, I wasn't looking at Gary. I was thinking, well, he's a dickhead. What's his name again? Dickhead. And then I realised, no, it's Gary. Yeah.
Gary Cahill. 3. So Joey's won it, but let's see if you can get the next.
No, I want the sweep now. I was being fair then, but no, I want the sweep.
He was. He knew, and he was letting me go.
Next up.
Who's that? Apart from I know who it is, but I don't know his name. Single Wind. Oh, boys, I'm too old for this. Single Wind. What's Single Wind got to do with the next player?
I don't know this one, Michelle, mate. You can hear the cogs turning.
Need a countdown.
I can't for the life of me remember his name, that manager. I can't. I remember where he was. Can't remember where he is. Oh, isn't he at Spurs now?
Yeah, he's at Spurs.
Yeah. Can't remember his name. Come on, Joey. Stop
I
pretending.
I genuinely don't know it. All
Are
I
you
can think
forfeiting
is
this one?
all I can think is Sinklewin now. yeah. Go on.
Sinkle wind, sinkle breeze,
This one.
sinkle fart.
So that is Thomas Frank Sinclair.
Frank Sinclair. Rare.
Fair play, Daniel. Fair play. That's
Good one, that.
To be fair, I didn't know whether I thought I'll put that one towards end because it might be a little bit harder, but this one's probably easy and I've left it right till the end. No, Dan, before you ask, I didn't use an image of you, but here we go.
You got it down?
mate, just go for it.
It was shocking.
Misery.
Well, you will get this one. Well, we'll give you some clues, though. It was shocking. Alcoholic. Allegedly. Not saying he actually were. He now plays for Wythenshawe.
Didn't I see a podcast with him on the other week?
Quite possibly.
He was also part of
Premier League winner.
The Leicester. Yeah.
Yeah. Leicester side. His first name. Do you want his first name?
Yeah.
Danny.
That helps.
In fact, you've already been given his first name. It's on your birth certificate.
Drinkwater, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on, that. Yes,
I was just about to say that. Well done, though.
Fair play. Get in.
Oh, that was a good game. I'll prepare that again sometime.
No.
Yeah. I'll try.
I'll do it next time. Next time.
Oh, fucking hell, here we go. It was someone that's like still rocking a perm or been dead for fucking 100 years. But no, it's all come down to that final question, and I'm going to come to Dan first. It's prediction time.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been thinking about this one, boys.
For fuck all, deal or no deal?
Deal. I'm gonna give a prediction.
Go on.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, we are going to lose 2-1.
He's happy to predict when we get beat, isn't he? In fact, I was right.
Genuine pleasure, isn't it?
He's happy to predict when we get dicked.
It's reverse psychology, boys. I'll never predict us to win, ever. But I'll predict us to lose in the hope that I'm
Hang on a minute. Under Vincent Company, you spent a full season predicting 6-0.
6-0. That was different, and that was in the Championship, not the Premier League. And I was never right, Joey. I mean, everybody goes on about how good we were in the Championship, and we didn't win
6-0, did they?
Once.
No.
Rubbish. I bet he's won 6-0 with Bayern or whatever they're called. You watch.
Oh, probably
won 9-0.
Probably. Easy.
6-0 at half time, aren't it?
You know what? Fair play, Dan, for giving a prediction. But Joey, you got more optimism than Dan, or
less? I'm going 3-1 Chelsea, to be honest with you. And I think that's going to be a good result as well. I think it could well be a cricket score.
Ooh. See, I don't know. I fair fancy our chances, you know. I'm going to say, throw my neck out, and it's why I'm always wrong, and I'm not going to put money on it because I'll be far from wrong. I'm going to say we 1-1, boys.
Take it. Definitely take it.
I say 1-1. I just got to think.
I hope you're right.
Potentially
the three of us.
them. I think if we look back at the teams that we've played that play in a similar way, Arsenal and Chelsea play very similar. We'll have learnt from that Arsenal game not to concede stupid goals, defend better, be a bit more stronger, not throw ourselves forward when we need to. You know, and if it's a case of we go 1-0 up, but we end up, you know, conceding, you know, we'll hold on to that point. I'd be very, very happy with a point. People will say, "Fucking hell, that's a bit optimistic," and yeah, more than likely is. It's the most optimism I've had all week, to be honest. But yeah, I'd snap your hand off for a point, especially in the build-up to Brentford and this being a free hit. Anything from this game is a bonus. But you know what? There's more chance of it being yours two scoreline and that me just living a pipe dream.
It's a funny old game.
2023-24 season, Dan. We drew 2-2 with 10 men down at Chelsea. So
I absolutely love your stats, Dan. I do. I love them. You've just pulled that one out of nowhere.
I've had that in the bag all night.
That's the one thing we've not done, actually, and we did it last week. Dan, has you got any more stats?
Only the fact that we're atrocious against Chelsea. If you want,
when you look back at the history and you culminate everything, it just says we're shit against Chelsea.
In the last 18 games against Chelsea, we've lost 12, drawn 5, won 1.
So draw's not out the possibility of the realms.
What I'm saying, that was fairly recent, and that was down at the bridge with 10 men. I mean,
have we still got Ariaki by it? He's always decent against Chelsea.
I used to love Adi Akinbaye. He was brilliant.
To be fair, there was. I don't know whether I've told you guys that, but when I were in college, there were a lad there, and at the time with Maresca, it was based at the Turf, and we got to do, go up to the gym, which was in the old what's now the fan zone. It was sort of upstairs in there, so we'd go up, and there was like a little sauna area and things like that. So we'd piss about on our dinner break and stuff. Anyway, we got told Tuesdays afternoon with fitness, we're going in the gym. However, some of the first team lads were already in there. So myself and a couple of other people were like starstruck. We were still only like, 16, 17. We're like, this is buzzing. Like, and next minute, you just see Akinbaye strolling, built like this, no neck, just comes storming in. I think one of the lads I knew had been on this machine. And as soon as he gets up, Akinbaye sits down on that machine and goes, pff, takes needle out from like 3 up and just goes right to the bottom. And he's just like, just properly like, mentioned it like no tomorrow. So the lad who ran it beforehand, he's from Doncaster, and he's called Sean. And he ended up, we were stood outside at sort of after old gym thing, stood outside this door, and he's like, oh, I'm Akinbaye, me, fucking solid. I can do this, that, and that, and whatever. And we were all like, shit. Akinbaye's walked out this door and listened to everything he's just said. I have never seen a man jump 3 flights of stairs. He's practically pissed himself. It was such an hilarious moment. And he just said, you like that, boys? And we were just like, what a guy, what a man. It was fucking brilliant. This guy giving it big licks, like, oh look, I'm Akinbaye, I can bench press this, and he's just like, yeah, and
what?
Those were the days, though, weren't they? Those were the days back then.
Class, some great nights, weren't they? Some great nights.
Yeah,
some good games. There'll be many, many more.
That Chelsea game in capital punishment, though, Joey. They will. That capital punishment game. Carling Cup, that was my first. I think it was my first ever London away game.
Class.
And I was just buzzing.
No one gave us any hope that time.
The only other time I've been was the opening day of the season. That time when we were 3-0 up at half time. I'm wondering, stood there with a pint.
Amazing, weren't it?
What do we speak about? Like, this ain't normal. Yeah. Although I messed myself up that day because I was going down. My mum was living in Penzance at the time, so I should have just stayed up in London for the night and travelled to Penzance in the morning. Instead, no, I travelled to London to travel back to Burnley to then get Burnley Manchester Road to Leeds to Plymouth to Taunton, or whichever other way it is. Fucking all the way to Penzance, and it fucking 16 hours on a pissing fucking train. It took piss. But
It's an experience
it's
you'll
all
never
fun and
forget.
games.
It's a memory.
Oh, definitely, mate. Do you know what? The train journey was all made almost perfect because just down to the sheer fact of the night before.
Yeah.
You know, everything was just buzzing. But hopefully, we can have another solid night like that, and fingers crossed, we can have some more positivity heading into the Brentford game. But end of the day, like we say, it's a free hit.
It's free.
Let's
What will be,
think
will
positive.
be.
It
Let's not
is.
come on
It
here
is.
and mourn like we were shit defending. Why did we stand still? Like, let's,
No.
let's just
We're back
accept
at the
we're going to
Turf
get
Moor.
beat.
That's the main thing. You know, we're at home and
Yeah.
we seem to give a really good
Listen,
account of
again, at home
ourselves.
against, you've got to back yourself at home, surely.
Yeah.
Especially get crowd on board, 100%.
Anything you guys want to add before we wrap it up?
I'm good. Thank you. Just thank you for having me on again. I appreciate it. And the chat beforehand that we had, needed that. It's been a long, long week. Thank you to both of you.
Yeah, I don't know whether our Leicester
Anytime.
friends are still in. Are they, Dan? Can you see if the Leicester
It
friends are
says
still in with us?
it says we've got a few people watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to see some other fans in different clubs. It's always good to be fair. I've always had a soft spot for Leicester since I was about 6-year-old, 7-year-old, and that would have been Filbert Street then,
Yeah,
something
Filbert
like
Street,
that.
yeah.
And they were really funny at the turnstiles, and there was a problem with the steward, and the guy in the turnstile come out, picked me up, carried me over the turnstile, and said, "He's in. Stop moaning," and let my dad in after me. I got in free that game, yeah. So always had a fondness about Leicester, but seriously, it's just nice to have other fans in. So thanks for that, boys and girls, if you're there.
I only ever went once. It was Steve Davis's only game. We won 1-0. Andy Gray.
Really?
Bagging. I think it were over Remembrance Weekend. I remember them bringing the ball down with the army in an helicopter, and obviously it was we won 1-0. Weren't a bad day, but it was Walker Stadium then, not King Power. Still had Lineker's face everywhere. But no, thank you everyone for watching. Really do appreciate it. Like I say, it's nice to sometimes look back, reminisce, especially when you've had 2 weeks of non-domestic football. One thing I will say is, don't let things get you down in life. It's been International Men's Day the other day, but obviously, I think a lot's been said about men's mental health recently. One thing that I'm quite proud to be open about is that, never shy away from getting that help. Help is always there. I think it was Clark Carlisle recently at Burnley who came out and said, you've been sat talking for half an hour, 45 minutes. What are you doing? Ask how that person next to you is. And that's all it takes sometimes. So, yeah, never give up. Never give up, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you that.
There is. Reach out to somebody. There's always somebody there to listen. As difficult as it may be, and I know it is difficult and struggle myself, but it definitely helps.
Definitely. Scott, again, thank you. Take care. Like I say, good luck to Leicester this weekend at home to Stoke. I know I predicted you to lose 1-0 on the prediction show, so I apologise. But end of the day, I was hoping you'd beat Blackburn. I was hoping to beat Blackburn. I had to sit through 90 minutes of watching Blackburn beat Leicester. I hated it. So I've got every right to predict a loss against them now.
You've got every right to predict a loss for the rest of the season.
But no, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Let us know your predictions. Get them in afterwards. Like I say, I respond to every comment that's put in on the videos. We're going to try and do some more things. I've got a couple of ideas ticking over in the old noggin. Whether they come about is a different scenario. But let's hope for something. No watch along this weekend. I'm gonna sit and watch it with the family. So yeah, just enjoy whatever you're doing, whoever you support. Good luck. unless you're Blackburn, then I hope Preston stuff you. To be quite honest with you. But yeah, that said, thanks very much to Dan and to Joey. Appreciate you both. Love you both a lot. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you guys with another video very, very soon. Potentially a review of the game. But until then, take care. And up the Clarets, boys.
Up the Clarets. Let's go.
Let's go.